Here we are, number 7 at Pebble Beach. Iconic par 3. We play from the blacks. We do not move the pin. We don't change any of the conditions. It's all just default stuff. Trying to get a hole in one. I get 10 shots to do it. What I do is I try to use a 9-iron. I want to land it short and roll it in. If you try to fly it to the hole, you usually get spin back. It'll like get right to the hole, spin back. TK dunked one, it bounced out, so I'm trying to roll it in. I lipped one out last week, something like that, I forget. And we do not practice this hole off camera. Our fear is that we would make a hole in one off camera, and that would be heartbreaking to have to keep doing it knowing that we'd already made one. So that's a little long, pretty good line, but just a little long. That's 2. Did we have anybody that's had a hole in one in real life? We had somebody in GS Pro, right? DW? Yeah. Yeah. Pulling those. Yeah, there was a 4-year-old. I don't know if you guys saw the reel on that. Got a hole in one in, real life. All right, so I got a pretty good number. 103 is a good carry. I'm just not getting a good line at it here. That's going to be a pretty good ball right there. Go towards the hole. So that's almost the one I lipped out. I hit 96.4. It hit right on the edge of the green and shot right at the hole, hit the stick and lipped around it. That was a pretty close shot there. It's a long one right there. That's 5. I'm using a 9-iron. If y'all can see there, JPX 917 Hot Metal Pro 9-iron. Yeah, Mark, that was close. One of those needs to fall sometime. A little right of it. A 6. Well, I'm getting a lot of shots around it tonight. That's 7. Let me wait. So the square, like this is so we're on the what they call practice on course right now. It's basically driving range. You just pick a hole on a course that you want to do it on. And so you get all of this data. Typically, when you're playing in GS Pro, you get the data that's over here on this side, which is carry, raw carry, total length, ball speed, spin axis, and total spin. Over here, if you can see up here, I'm getting my side spin number. You do not get club speed with the square. It does not measure club speed. I get my club to pass, so I'm 1.3 inside out, 7,331 backspin. I get club angle of attack, virtual launch angle. HLA is launch angle. I forget which one that is. Face to target, face to path, how far offline, the peak height. You don't get club lie either with the square. But yeah, and I think you get similar measures in the square software as well. All right, so I've hit 7. I've got 3 to go. And I got the pulls now. So yeah, please, if you're out there and you haven't yet, click that follow button. We'd appreciate it. Trying to get to that 1,500 followers goal. That's going to be pretty good. Kick. Oh, it didn't kick there. Tried to. Horizontal. Okay. So I think that was 9. So this is 10. Yeah. Kick forward. Nope. Dang it. So our microphones that you hear me talking on, they are noise canceling and they do a great job. They cancel out the strike. You don't hear it. We're thinking about adding a mic down here by the launch monitor to try to pick that up, but we haven't tested it yet. So we want to test that off stream, make sure it sounds right and doesn't pick up a bunch of other noise or something. But yeah, you can, in here, it's just as loud as you would think it would be when we hit the ball. It's just the microphones cancel that out. So somebody asked what clubs and balls. I'm hitting JPX 917 Hot Metal Pros. That was a 9-iron that I've been hitting on this one. For balls, we use Titleist Tour Softs and Titleist Pro V1 X's, kind of a mix of those. We run the square in calculate mode, and we use club stickers so that we get all the side spin numbers. So it uses those side spin numbers plus all the other data for the impact and what it picks up to measure what the spin and path are. It's pretty accurate, makes it a lot of fun playing. We just didn't like the PIX balls, and certainly the balls that come with square you do not want to play with. They are horrible. So yeah, let's bring this over here and we'll talk about that real quick. So final thoughts on the Ryder Cup today. Start of the day, I kind of watched, I about wrote it off after what we did yesterday. But then I kept kind of going back and forth. I had multi-view up with some football games on in it today. And yeah, the USA had momentum. It would have been historical for them to come back and won that. But to come back to where they did, 15-13, that's pretty amazing. So I'm pleased with it. It's not unusual. You said DeChambeau and Scheffler and some of those that are great individual golfers did not play well in the team format. I don't know. I don't remember Tiger ever doing well in the Ryder Cup format. Maybe one or two of them he did, but he never performed quite what you would have hoped he did either that I can remember. So not surprised by that. But anyhow, great event. We loved it. We loved the virtual Ryder Cup series that we went through to help get here. But it was tough. We're ready to move on. So tonight we were at the Country Club of Jackson, home of the Sanderson Championship, which will be played on the PGA Tour this coming weekend. Tomorrow night, we'll be following the Korn Ferry Tour in Owasso, Oklahoma at the Patriot Club. 7:30 Central. We'll see how TK's feeling and what the format looks like tomorrow night. It may be me playing by myself with him in here heckling me, but we'll be bringing you content regardless. Friday night, we're going to be going to a links course in Fife, Scotland, and doing a 10-under challenge. That's where he and I play a scramble format from the red tees, trying to go 10 under on that course. But we appreciate y'all being here. If you haven't yet, like and follow. Look for us on all your content platforms. Join us out on Facebook at ForeFunGolfTV as well. On behalf of TK, I'm Lee for ForeFunGolfTV. Thank you all for being here tonight.